And hello, anybody who may be watching. I'm here practicing for regionals tomorrow, playing in Montreal, and yeah, just trying to get a feel for the little changes I've made to my decks, and trying to actually figure out which corporation I plan on playing. So I'm going to start by, of course, loading up one of my Corp decks. So at the moment, it's a toss-up between HB Fast Advance and Weyland Tag and Bag. Of course, Weyland Tag and Bag I think is probably the more potent deck. Just the power of Scorched Earth, it can warp games. But Fast Advance is a bit harder to hate out as a deck archetype. And, well, I think it may be safer. Last time I played at my local store, my deck was missing a card. Fuck. Alright, so it looks like I'm going to practice the Fast Advance deck. Or the Tag and Bag deck. Apologies. Whoa. I have to reset this shit. And I guess between these games, I'm going to have to also fix up my deck. So yep, playing Tag and Bag with Old Weyland. Old Weyland just because I think I'll actually get more money out of playing transactions with this deck. If anybody knows how to turn off that automatic pop-up, the tip of the day, I would love to know. It's driving me a little bit wild. Alright, as for starting hand, I think I can live with this. Obviously, I'm going to want to protect R&D. Don't mind if he tries to get into my hand with a hand like this. So, here we go. So I'll start with the green level clearance to filter myself into a new card. That looks fine. Drop this ice wall down on R&D. Leave my hand open. Yep, I got a 1 in 5 chance of him getting 3 points. But not too worried about that right now. And also, to keep this protected, I am going to not use the hedge fund. Instead, take a credit. Actually, instead of taking a credit, I most likely should have advanced that ice wall by 1. But now that would give away what it was, and I don't really mind too much. He's going to want to run into that no matter what this turn. Public Sympathy, which is of course perfect for him versus my deck. Of course, he'll spend a couple more actions drawing up to that full hand. And Test Run, which I assume is for Magnum Opus. Right. And then he will not use it, I can also assume. Oh, use it once, sure. So, he's going to spend the next few turns building. I'm going to draw again. This is, you know, I think what we would normally call a bit shitty. And yeah, that looks like the best play. So of course I don't mind if he runs and wastes some credits to hit this. Of course I would love for him to hit a Scorched Earth, or to hit this snare, one of them from my hand. I have the cash to follow up with a Scorched Earth if needed. Of course I have this here, so he's running HQ. I am got no reactions for that. He's in. Ooh, Scorched Earth. Surprise, surprise. Never would have thought this deck had that card, would ya? So, he's going to run HQ again. Do what you will, my friend. Ooh, and the snare. His last action will definitely be to remove a tag. I am, yes, going to apply that net damage and a tag he's going to probably spend his entire next turn recovering from this. When I say recovering, I mean drawing up, getting credits and such. With any luck, he'll try again. Hit the next snare. So, he's low on cards, he's low on credits. If only I had ice. Of course, I don't at this moment. Ah, great. So what am I going to do here? I do not want to draw, but I do want to get this online so I can have my combo going. So, play this fella out. I forgot to res my pad campaign, which is definitely bad news. I always hate when that happens. And last action, I'll advance that by 1. So, as I suspected, he's going to use this turn to drop, and I'll get a free score on that agenda. So, of course, Project Atlas means, depending on what he does, he's pretty much always at risk of me slaughtering him on any given turn. So, he's going to need to stay richer than I am, and be very careful when he runs. 4 credits, 3 cards. Next turn could be up to 8 credits, or he can gain an additional 8 credits, which will definitely put him ahead of me in terms of the credit game. Fuck, I forgot about this pad campaign again. That makes me very sad. So, I'm not worried about protecting my hand at this point. R&D is definitely where I'm going to be focusing my efforts for the rest of this game. I'm hoping I can get into a position where all I need to do is kind of get lucky when it comes to killing him. Alright, good. So, Beanstalk royalties. I would normally keep this in my hand, but I'm not afraid of getting hit by, for example, an account siphon. Because obviously this card is excellent to recover from a move like that. I forgot about the pad campaign again. This is going to drive me wild. Do I want to keep drawing? Do I want to try and score this? He has 10 credits. This means he's able to, for example, play a Femme Fatale and run this server and get in. But I think that's worth it, as far as risk versus reward goes. I will take another credit, and then my turn. Again, I still have the ability to search my deck for any card at any point this game. This could be as he runs into me. Great. So he's at 6 cards. Is he going to draw up to 7 and then run? A Corroder. Of course, a wise choice. This will make pumping up my R&D even more powerful. Drawing a card, yes. Of course you want to keep as large of a hand size as you can. My problem with public sympathy, even if you keep out full hands, you still lose to the full combo from Weyland. I forgot about this pad campaign for the, I don't know, 1000th turn. Something like that. Drop this down. It'll cost me a credit. I will advance. I really need to be the one to control my draws this game. With what is in play right now, I am not in danger of losing. I'd have to drop 2 agendas, get no powerful ice. If I can stay richer than he can, I'll be in a good position. That Gordian Blade is, of course, scary versus my Enigma server. But he's playing scared, doing what he can to... Let's see. I'll continue to advance that ice. This will just make my commercialization stronger. I'm okay to sit in this general position for pretty much the rest of the game. This second public sympathy definitely complicates things. So he's at 7 cards now. Once he goes up to 9, I'll be in trouble. One tag for each advancement. See, I feel like it would be a good time to advance that twice. So I think what I'll do is I'll advance, advance, commercialization. So this puts me richer than him. I'm going to put this down and force him to run it next turn, bluffing that this is a this bad campaign still. Bluffing that it's not an agenda. Of course, I've done nothing with it this whole time. It's probably useless. He hopefully believes it's a snare. If I can load him up with tags off of Ghost Branch, then once he runs at me, I can possibly scorched him to death. 9 cards, I will need to do that to be able to kill him. Not only that, but even 1 tag, it would be pretty nice as far as killing off this workshop. So, he actually chooses to start a run on HQ. Do I want to spend a credit to make him lose a credit? Of course. We'll make him lose a credit every turn. I only have to lose that one once. And he's in. Let's see what he wants to... Ooh, a Scorched Earth. So that could have been bad. He could have got this Ghost Branch, which, of course, would have been as shit as possible for me. Let's see what I draw. Another Enigma. It's no good for me. So, start by installing that. Trash that. Of course, that's a pretty huge gamble. Advance, advance. Go ahead. He draws up to 11 cards. Wow. I guess he's afraid of a Junebug? Not exactly sure. What does he draw up here? It's an all-nighter. Oh, this might be the all-in Shaper deck. There's a Shaper deck that likes to build up for one giant turn where they run your R&D maybe 4 times with 2 mediums out, using all-nighters and personal workshop to throw everything on the table. Let's see what he does with his last action. Ninja. Interesting. So he will have a full suite. Oh my god. This is like as beautiful as I could imagine a hand being at this point in time. This bad campaign of... I don't even know what to think about myself for having not rested at this point in the game. So I'll make this server look a bit juicier. Advance. -1 credit. When really what's going to be happening is me essentially screaming, "Please run at my hand," which is what I really want to have happen. Yeah, he's over the mem limit. And he can't get into my hand, which is funky. Let's see. Enigma. Oh, I can't believe I did that. I'm such an idiot. Unfortunately, there's nothing this could be, so my bluff has failed. He really is drawing like a madman. There's 19 cards left in his deck. Discards personal workshop. He's afraid to run, as I believe he should be, in a very real sense. I, again, forgot to draw that. The way I've seen the deck work is Dinosaurus, tinkering, and then they run the central with a very beefed up Yogg. Oh, I've dumped a lot of money into this Ghost Branch, which isn't going to do anything for me, which is a shame. I think next time he runs on me, I'm going to have to search up a sea source and trash some sympathies. So where do I want this archer? I think in my hand is just fine, actually. Draw a caduceus. You can go here for -2 creds, and I'll take a cred. I definitely want this to be a deep, powerful server that will be hard for him to run. So this may be the turn. He's going to test run. Normally the turn happens when Personal Workshop is full of items. So Personal Workshop will have... Ooh, he decides to Sneak Door Beta. Okay. This could be interesting. I have nothing to res. He sees an archer. Okay. Sneak Door Beta to do archives again. Okay. He hits a snare, which, yes, I do want to use. He has 2 clicks left. And the tag, and he's at 5 cards. So obviously, one action will be to remove those clicks. Or... And again, he will have to spend a turn drawing up. I need to see what he's discarded this game. Rotor, Personal Touch, Dino. Only one Dino is bad. If he would have lost 2 Dinos, I'd be in a great spot. Okay, so he's at 1 cred, 5 cards. So I'll start my turn. I have a Project Atlas. So I'm not going to do anything special with this Project Atlas. Just going to get some credits and let him go. There's no way I could win on this turn. If I hit him with another tag, there's a great chance that I can. His mem chip now gives him a full breaker suite. F1, what do I got? Hostile takeover. I don't mind if he scores 1 agenda. Obviously, he's never going to get into R&D with that there. My hand is very protected. If he hits this snare without first drawing up, I can search up Commercialization and Scorched Earth him. I just need to score a 3-pointer now, and the game will be mine. How do I feel about this one? Yes, it's definitely worth the res. If he opts to break it, then perfect. It'll cost him quite a bit to break this. So he could pay 1 to stop the gain 3. I'm not going to pay to boost the second one. Does he feel rich? Wow, he does feel rich. Okay, he's in. The cost of almost all of his credits to see 1 more card. I will take my turn. Get some credits, and he can go. This bad campaign I should have rezzed on turn 2, obviously. I would have gained quite a few credits considering where I am now. Spends his turn drawing up. Makes sense. So, if I score this, I literally win the game. Credit, credit. And this one, I'll drop down there. Go ahead, good sir. So if he's played an all-nighter, it's unlikely he's going to run this turn. Dinosaurus, which tells me that the Yogg is coming. I haven't seen any tinkerings in his trash yet, though. That's a bit worrisome. Ooh, nice. I have most of the combo. Advance, advance. Score this, yes. Go ahead. So, if he runs and doesn't win, let's just say that happens, I'm pretty sure I can kill him, unless he's at 9 cards. Or 8 cards, my apologies. Again, he's still building. Test run, I can only assume for Yogg or medium. Perhaps a fem? A second ninja? I do not understand that. So he searched up a ninja and then put it on top of his deck, though he has a ninja in his hand. Or in play. He has 14 cards left in his deck. 6 cards in his hand. And I need to score a 2-pointer. Okay. I'm going to flip that. Then start my turn. Yep, it's been sitting there all game. Just waiting. You're going to go up here. Cost me 2 credits. And you are going to give me a whole lot of money. Oh, it's 1, 2. What's action 3 going to be? Probably should have advanced that. I will take another credit. Yeah. He reinstalled Ninja so that he could dino it. And then, but Ninja doesn't keep its strength between items in a run. Aha. It's now modded with this. He breaks through this for 2 clicks, Caduceus. Four cards in hand. 13 cards in his deck. And only 2 credits, though. Cool. So he just got into my hand. With any luck, he pulls the snare. Oh, he gets executive retreat. That hurts. That hurts. Especially when I'm so close to winning the game. Right. So, let's draw up, see what we got here. Nothing special. Some triple Enigma server, perhaps. Let's try this. Put this down up here. 1, 2. Delete that. Credit. Go ahead. So the thing is, if this is a 2-point agenda, I'll win. Fortunately, it's not a 2-point agenda. There's actually only one more in the deck. I probably should have searched up this turn and won. I feel very silly already. Actually, I could have searched up a sea source and won. So I do feel silly. Because if he just takes credits, I'm dead. So he has 1 click left, 2 clicks left. So 10 credits. So he's running on his last click. I actually want him to be successful. Can he afford this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, and I can get a commercialization to fuel these two. He actually doesn't have to break the second one because he has 2 link. He should not have let me gain that 3, but it doesn't matter. GG. I believe there are some children upstairs running around pretending to be fire engines. So, even though he had 2 cards specifically targeted to counter this deck, he wasn't able to win. Yes, it was a disaster on his part. What were you hoping for? Yeah, Dino, of course, really makes making runs cheaper. I think locking him out of R&D, though, really reduced his options, and making the 1 data fort over there. Of course, versus Gordian Blade, Enigma doesn't do much. Enigma doesn't do much versus most code breakers except for Peacock, so it's pretty much just good at keeping out pesky criminals, which of course this guy isn't. Sure, I'll rematch. So, we'll reset this. Actually, I think I'm just gonna quickly add a card to my other deck. No, don't quit, just leave full screen. Octagon. Got my deck editor. Load up you. Add one corporate troubleshooter to the deck. It's not an identity. Silly game. Oh wow, some weird stuff's happening with my hand down there. Shouldn't affect things too much. And how do I feel about this hand? Ice Wall, awesome. Shipment from Cayuga, awesome. Only one ice, not so cool. It's a decent starting hand though, I got to admit. When Vitruvius getting back a shipment makes me smell nice things coming in my future. But I think I'm gonna... I'll keep it. Awesome. So glad that I kept that. So where do I want to start with this? What did I see his icebreaker was a Gordian Blade. So we can play it and run this. So I'll drop this over here, drop that behind it, drop you. Oh wait, no, don't drop that behind it. Take a click back. That there. Sorry. Drop you. You. And you. End of turn. Dino right off the bat. That's a little scary. An odd choice to install it when he has no other cards, which he could install. I have to assume that it's in his hand, just ready to go. Maker's Eye sounds like a fine plan. Okay. Hopefully this won't be devastating. Fuck, that's pretty bad. I have, I think, 2 3-pointers in the entire deck. There's one of them. Oh my god, 5 points already. That's really rough. It happens. Obviously that was a risk. One that I thought I was willing to take, but apparently I wasn't. He's poor, which would be a great time to play and score this agenda, but I'll use it to get rich.
probably get 2 turns of this. Depending on what I draw, it could be awesome. Thankfully, these cards together they're looking mighty fine to me. Let's put it that way. So 3 credits. Next turn he could play and run with a Gordian Blade. Let's see what I draw. Another fucking Vitruvius. Jesus Christ, game. So I'll drop that. Toss it aside. To the trash you go. Advance. Advance. Go. Vitruvius doesn't need more than 1 counter on it. It's not really doing much for the most part when you over-advance it. But it is nice to be able to take back whatever you need at any given point in time. And test run for what I assume is going to be a Fem. Actually, I didn't see one last game. So it could be anything. Opus. Cool. So I'm just going to be able to score this at my own leisure. Cool. So I'll drop a card. Thankfully it's not going to kill me. 1, 2, 3. Yes, I do. Go ahead, buddy. I still haven't drawn any more ice to cover R&D with. Hopefully next turn I get to ice, Melange, advance. That would be ideal. So, he modded that out. 1 click left, draw a card, draw a card. Don't know how I feel about that. Definitely gonna want to do that at this point, I think. So I'll play this. Use the shipment. Use Trickle Light. 1, 2, well, blam. Yes, I do want to score accelerated beta test. Yes, I would like to initiate an accelerated beta test. I'll throw 1 there. And my turn. So, I initiated that because, well, there are 5 agendas in play already. I had a pretty good... So run on archives. Feel free. Unless that was an end-the-game agenda, there's no way I was going to allow that to actually go through. I would have put one of those here. Of course, that's one of the benefits of having this Project Vitruvius. Also, eventually I will draw another Trick of Light, and the shipment from Cayuga plus Trick of Light allows you to fast advance stuff real fast. I guess he's not used to running archives on Octagon. When you run it, it doesn't like magically show you all the cards there. You just run it and score any agendas that would be in it. But of course mine had none. Last card, Diesel. Interesting choice. believe next turn will be Roto Turd Advance. Being able to stick around at 3 advancement is quite powerful. Or 2 advancement is quite powerful. Or probably Roto Turd Advance Melange. Discards a Workshop, discards a Tinkering. He really needs to find his breakers. -2. Go ahead. I would love for him to run the server, but I think it's pretty doubtful. He obviously doesn't have the breakers. But to have the server built up will be quite sweet for me. Having a hand that's mostly trashable, also not too good for me. See what I draw next turn. Seven credits, 9 cards, wow. Like Gordian Blade. This will only help him get into one server. They obviously can't even try to run on this. I now have a triple and the run ice. He needs 1 of each breaker to even think about getting in at this point. Let's see what I draw. An Adonis Campaign. Interesting. Here's what I'll do. Throw you in here. You can get trashed. I will also throw you in there. And advance this by 1. I don't think he can break in this turn, and when I draw another 2-pointer, it will be fast advance for the win. So this could be bad for me. It looks like he's going to Maker's Eye. Yep. He'll break that for 1 credit on his run. And if he gets 1 agenda, he will win. And it's about time that an agenda gets drawn. Yeah. Good game, fella. The initial test run obviously put him way over the top. Plus, this is a very agenda-thick game, let's say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 agendas. But I'm not going to be a bad sport about it. So, good game, fella. If I ever see you again, awesome.